Hello to my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Scorpios, let's get right into your reading. Happy Friday the 13th. This reading is for June 13th through June 20th. Hopefully you all are having a great week so far. Scorpios, and getting ready for this weekend, depending on where you are, what time it is for you. The moon is in Capricorn, so it could be affecting your back, your hair, your knees, your joints, right? Because you could have been carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders emotionally. But I do feel like you're going to be walking away from something. I feel like you're going to be just walking away from just something that, like carrying other people's burdens, whatever their burdens are. I feel like you're moving on from something, right? Because on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the 14th through the 16th, the moon will be waning, gibbous in Aquarius, and you'll feel the effects in your calves, your ankles, your shin, your Achilles. And then after that, it's going to move into Pisces. So, and then that's where it's affect your feet, your toes, and your pineal gland. Like your third eye is really opening to a lot of things, and like how people can choose to believe things about you or other people. Choose to believe or not believe things. But I love what I see when I look in the mirror. That's what I'm seeing with your cards. You love what you see when you look in the mirror. Somebody could look at you and think that you don't love what you see when you look in the mirror, because they could look like you and they don't love what they see when they look in the mirror. Like somebody could say, you look just like a sibling. Like you and this sibling looks just alike, and they could literally hate what they see when they look in the mirror, but you could love what you see when you look in the mirror. Like again, emotionally, you could feel like you love what you see when you look in the mirror, and everything about you shows how you dress, how you wear your hair, if you're a man or woman, makeup, if you're a man or woman, whoever, like how you put yourself together. Everything about you can show your confidence. But for them, if it's a sibling and people say y'all look just alike, for them, they could say there's something about them they don't like. And it's showing something is really starting to come out. It's starting to show. Something is really starting to come out. And so when the moon moves through, um, like I said, the last quarter, and you're closing out a cycle, moon moves into Aries, and it affects your head, your teeth, your tongue, and your arteries, right? So something source is saying, in terms of like creating boundaries and enforcing boundaries, loving what you see in the mirror is not just in a physical sense, it's also internally, spiritually loving what you see when you look in the mirror. And you'll tell by some people's passion, how deep their passion for whatever they do is, when they look in the mirror. So somebody is choosing to, yeah, here we have the strength card. Meek does not mean weak. Yeah. So some people have tried to send you and other people, like meek as a lamb, into a lion's den because you wear your heart outside of your chest, like because you could be a very compassionate person, and they want to send you into a lion's den. And that's something, as far as you're concerned, as a water sign, you're not mirroring or you're not copying that type of behavior, because people wear their emotions outside of their chest. Here we have their heart outside of their chest. So some people are going to think that you turn your back on them. It could be a fire energy, something having to do with your third house. Third house is about, it could be a sibling or somebody you went to school with, early education, or somebody, something with your intelligence. Somebody could be questioning your intelligence, like that's not the best decision for you, or your interaction or logic or reason or communication or skills, or short trips, or somebody you could have taken short trips with, or had hobbies or whatever with. But loving what you see when you look in the mirror is not just in the physical sense, it's also in the spiritual sense as well. It's also in the spiritual sense. How do you feel after you've talked about somebody behind their back? Some people can't look at themselves in the mirror after they talk about people behind their back, and some people, they sleep just fine. They tie their hair up at night and roll over, now sleep as sound as a bear in the woods. So source, like, because again, we're talking about somebody who has this, like I said, they're in survival mode. They don't see nothing wrong with talking about people behind their backs and just rolling over like, okay, they sleeping sound. They sleeping sound at night, but you won't leave a lamb around them, right? Because they'll do something behind somebody's back to put somebody else in survival mode and see how they survive, right? So here we have the Five of Pentacles. But something has made some people feel worthless. They just wanted to be a part of a family unit, whether it was work family or relative family. And people talking about people behind their back, put people in survival mode, all this other stuff to make somebody feel worthless. Source is saying to you, loving what you see when you look in the mirror is not just in a physical sense; it's also in the spiritual sense as well. So somebody could have just heard a snippet of something, a snippet, not even a whole from start to finish, and ran with this. Took a leap out of fear, not a leap of faith, just pounced on something. That's what this is here. Just like a lion. A lion doesn't have to run the fastest in the jungle. It just has to sit and wait. So somebody was just sitting back, just waiting for something to pounce on, to make somebody feel worthless, to leave somebody out, to make somebody feel just like they felt. Somebody was just waiting to pounce on something. So here we have the Page of Pentacles here, all for a whole new lease on life. So you're getting the message loud and clear. This is a Page of Pentacles here. So something about somebody always felt left out of something. There could be a Leo involved in something. It could be a Leo man and Leo woman. It don't really matter. But somebody felt like somebody shared their heart on, they was wearing their heart outside of. They feel like, okay, they're gonna put somebody in survival mode, and ended up somebody didn't renew a lease. That's eighth house. Remember, this is the 8 card right here, 8, the number 8. So somebody broke some kind of chain. They're going to say somebody turned their back on somebody. Somebody was talking about somebody behind their back because somebody didn't remember eighth house. You all rule eighth house is about renewal. So somebody's car lease or home lease or business lease didn't get renewed. Somebody's something has just ended. Something ended. Some kind of transformation ended. Some kind of shared finances ended. Some kind of inheritance ended. Some kind of loan ended. Some kind of secret is out now. Some kind of mystery is no longer a mystery. Some kind of intimacy has ended. Something has entered. Intimacy, obviously, it does not equate to, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, I gotta be careful on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram, it could mean like intimate conversations. In other words, somebody don't trust somebody anymore, right? Somebody don't trust anybody anymore. So the trust is completely broken. Yeah. So somebody now, because people don't look like what they've been through. Two energies don't look like what they've been through when they come out of the house. They don't look like what they've been through. So now people are saying for you, Scorpio, that you've turned your back on some energies, or whoever eighth house. I'm talking to whoever eighth house. Eighth house is about whoever you have broken some kind of chain with. You've broken some kind of generational cycle, chain, or curse. You've broken something, and you're like basically leaving certain things outside of your vault door. You're like people who try to make other people feel worthless. Listen, you had this whole new lease. You feel like you had this whole new lease on life. You don't care if they family or not. You don't care if they saying they turn a, well, we brother and sister, and that's your cousin, or that's your aunt or uncle, or that's your friend that you work with. You know, we've been knowing each other longer. You're saying, you ain't judging nobody, but you're not under their judgment either. People don't look like what they've been through. You're like, you still cutting ties. This connects you with Scorpio. It can even be a low vibrating Scorpio. So, but you're having a tower moment. You're having a total recall of something that where somebody's energy is just obsessed with pouncing on anything where people come across as vulnerable to them. They pounce on. It's like they just can't wait because they don't love what they see when they look in the mirror. They pounce on anything when somebody feels vulnerable, like they're a lamb around in a survival mode. It could be in a neighborhood where they're not familiar with people or don't know. They hop on something just to make themselves relevant and start talking. So source is saying to you, you are shining a light on something. You're very successful. This is you right here. You're very successful. Somebody is very high vibrational, Scorpio, or eighth house. Let me just say eighth house. You're very high vibrational in your eighth house. So now you're starting to make everything about you, which is a good thing because something about you're aligning yourself with energies who are not obsessed with tossing people into a lion's den, um, and just seeing how they're going to survive a situation. Right? You're not you're breaking some kind of a chain. You're breaking, whoever you are. You're breaking some kind of generational cycle chain and curse. You like, you're not with that program. You know, you're not with that program. Somebody is totally abusing their power. Two energies are totally abusing their power, and somehow want you to back somebody up. And so it's like, no, somebody, the source has your back, but somebody feels like they are going to, yeah, some energies feel like you turn your back on them. But something about your energy, and I'm talking about high vibrating Scorpio, or like I said, eighth house, for you, you don't look like what you've been through. So somebody has said that to you, like, you, oh my God, you went through this, that, and the other. You don't look like what you've been through. And people don't even know the half, for real. They don't even know the half. People just looked at you and looked right at your first house. They looked at your personality, your temperament, your appearance, your self-image, they had a first impression of you. They felt like they was aware of who you are, of yourself, right? Somebody thought you were egotistical. They say, oh, they all about self. They turn their backs on people. Like, somebody thought they had you just figured out, like sized up. They just, all, you don't know the half of which you had gone through. That's why you love what you see when you look in the mirror, whoever you are, Scorpio, high vibrating, right? So yeah, if somebody was thinking you was making something all about you before, they're about to see you really intentionally make it all about you, because you're like, I need to get out in the sunlight some more. I need to, that's how somebody's gonna start cleansing, like out in that sunlight, besides water, water, earth, maybe mud baths and stuff like that, so that you don't fall for any bait anymore. You're not baited into stuff and people switch up on you. You're like, you ain't falling for the bait. Just you sitting on your throne. Yeah, somebody baited into something and just start fanning the flames. You're like, You're like, nope, you ain't falling for it no more. Yeah, because we had the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody is now realizing that, and these came out in reverse, that you don't want to align your legacy with other people's legacy, all for a whole new lease on life. If that is going to have people questioning why, like, why would Scorpio do that? Like, why, what in the world? How could they do that and look at themselves in the mirror the next day? Like, source, for you, you're saying, but somebody has definitely had some kind of an awakening. You have definitely had some kind of an awakening and ended something. Somebody has definitely ended something. Something has come to an end. Yeah, so here's the Hierophant card here. Something about somebody who's high vibrational, you just build different. Something about your energy is like a just high vibrational. You have a sunny disposition, whoever you are. You're very successful. Somebody is a prayer warrior. Somebody has seen prayers work. Somebody knows how powerful prayers are. So you're saying, why would I toss somebody into a lion's den? Like, why would I do that to somebody? Like, that doesn't, something that gives somebody satisfaction. Maybe when somebody was a teenager, but where you are now, you see how what it does as an adult. Somebody's like, you're not doing that. So somebody has definitely had a tower moment, had some kind of an awakening. So something is definitely in reverse. And that's how you're saving yourself. You're saving yourself some tears. You learn how to save yourself by teaching other people, hey, look, this is how you're going to save yourself. Something about your energy is that you're inspired. This is how somebody is going to expand something, right? So somebody first is going back into hermit mode. That's somebody going into where a light has turned on. I feel like somebody had, looking at your cards here, whoever you are, 5, 6, 8. Something about somebody saying somebody better watch their back, because people are just ready to pounce. it's like something is being echoed right now. Like basically somebody saying somebody better watch their back. Something for you is triggering because water is reflective. And so somebody telling you, a Scorpio, that they better watch their back. I don't know who this energy is telling you you need to watch your back, Scorpio, but people may not know that there's another side to Scorpio and how this could really play out. I don't know who this is, but somebody telling you that you need to watch your back. Yeah. Somebody trying to bring out the worst in a Scorpio, for real. Because that scorpion sting is nothing pretty. See, somebody don't want you to turn into this is a family member, basically, Scorpio, that's basically saying you turned your back on them. And so you already know how they operate, how they sit and wait and just ready to pounce on something when they feel like somebody is a lamb, in a territory where they feel like there's a lot of, but whoever told you that you need to watch your back got the right one. That's all I can say. So for somebody, this could be somebody in the workplace that you work with. Somebody had to find out the hard way that somebody, okay, let me slow down. Whoever this energy is, they felt like they look at something as like, okay, people who are meek are weak. Whoever this energy is, they feel like people who are meek are weak. But people have learned how, remember, everybody's at different stages of their lives, right? So people who are meek let God fight their battle. They be like, okay, well, God tells them, hey, stay away from this, stay away from that, stay away from this and that. You may find out, be baited into something one time, but then you finally move on. You learn how to move on. Like, okay, nah, okay. But somebody. I don't. You're already a high vibrating Scorpio, but whoever this energy is that's trying to play in your face, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to play in your face. It's like somebody's trying to bring the worst out of you, because it's almost like somebody's trying to they try. Okay, because if we got the 3 and 5 together, that would be 8, meaning that source would speed up your prayer. Somebody is definitely a prayer warrior, but this energy is almost like trying to intercept your prayer. So you're gonna have to take it to a higher frequency, Scorpio. Like you're gonna have to get the ego out of the way, like for real, completely get the ego out of the way, because whoever this energy is, somebody is like, and this is a family member, just so we're crystal clear, this is a family member. It's almost like trying to challenge you. Like, what is this? Like trying to challenge you. Like, y'all know how, like, if y'all ever watch the Animal Channel, like if you turn your back on a wild animal, that's like you easy prey for them, right? But whoever this is, if you bring out the Scorpio stinger on them, it's for it, it's when I say it's a wrap for them. They trying to bring out the dark horse. Somebody better retreat, because you for real a foot soldier. Somebody for real, like, I don't know what somebody thought about you, but I don't know what somebody thought about a high vibrating Scorpio, but somebody like, okay, I keep trying to tell, yeah. That's why I read cards the way I read cards, because source is laying out a whole story for me as I'm reading cards, and I try to pick out people's what they look like at their highest frequencies. And when I say that Scorpios are brilliant, that is not to stroke a Scorpio's ego. If you got Scorpio in your birth chart, get in touch with that part of yourself. Scorpios emotionally are brilliant, okay? It's not about whether somebody likes Scorpios or don't like Scorpios, but the moment a Scorpio knows how to tap into that, Somebody don't get it. We're not even talking about book smart. We're talking about emotional intelligence. Somebody, I'm going to go ahead and stop here because whoever this family or these family members are, whoever these family members are, Scorpio, it would not matter what your age is, what your height is. Y'all know what I'm saying? What they think. Some energies are literally, you've already put in the work. Okay? Somebody really is mistaking your meekness for weakness because you have a heart. You have a heart to, and somebody is dealing with immaturity. Somebody dealing with some energies who haven't come out of a teenage way of thinking. Whoever these energies are, they haven't come out of a teenage way of thinking, and I'm telling you, whoever this is, they better stay focused because you focus. Once you lock in and get laser focused, see, people don't understand how intense Scorpios are. People don't understand. Yeah. Let me go ahead and stop the reading. People don't get it, but they'll find out. Because once you get locked in, you with your intensity, let me go ahead and close out this reading. Because these some family members that's only seeing one side of you. Because woo and child, that's all I can say. So when they see people walking away from something, they say, oh, they just running away from such and such. I tell you, listen, the strong people know how to control themselves and just walk away from stuff. It's like you just walk away. Let God fight your battle. You're a prayer warrior. You're definitely a prayer warrior. So pray for people's strength. That's what you do. You're praying for people's strength because Scorpios can be a different kind of dangerous. And this is where you hear people say, oh my God, I used to date a Scorpio. And they be crying later. Like be all messed up. So it's some family members who is everybody just keep it cute. That's all I can say. There's some family members that you smile and just let them see that side of you because you already won. You already won. I feel like whoever I'm talking to here is that some energies really could do themselves a solid if they would sit up under your wisdom, whoever you are, man or woman, if they would sit up under your wisdom and just learn. You don't have to be older, you could be younger. Something about your spirit has traveled here through many lifetimes, and that's what some energies are not getting. That's the part energies are not getting. They need to sit up under somebody's wisdom, your wisdom. So when somebody say watch your back, they like, okay. If you had to press the pause button and handle a situation and then come back to something, just to let a person know, hey, look, okay, source has your back. Okay. I feel like somebody's trying to teach the younger energies, whether it's younger in age or younger in terms of wisdom, like they new to something. It's like source, like, okay, it's like source has put somebody in the middle of something and say, gather around. I'm trying to teach people something. And some energies are basically like trying to rush to something. Like they're trying to rush to something that Scorpio has access to something that they. Mm-mm-mm. So I see you making an altar. Yeah. Somebody making an altar because you've been carrying some energies on your back that haven't resolved something in their spirit like since teenage years, and it's Because once you move on, because you're a fixed sign, but once you move on, right now, the moon being in Capricorn, we're not talking about any Capricorns, it's 3 strikes, you're out for some people. For real. This for see these three, this right, you're enlightening people right now. You're like, okay. And somebody is enlightening people in the kindest possible way. And these are people that's kind of like around you. We're talking about the number 8, people who are attacked, like connected to you. You're trying to enlighten people in the kindest possible way. But some energies are kind of standing in the way of like saying you better watch your back. They just talking about something like Scorpio watching their back. And I'm not trying to make it seem like Scorpios are superheroes, but y'all get the point. Mm-mm. You are a prayer warrior, whoever you are, a prayer warrior. So yeah, I see you sitting in a lotus position, just taking a lot of deep breaths. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah. And I feel like that, I feel like in terms of your expansion, somebody is maybe like opening up some kind of a center for like healing in terms of like deep breathing, because somebody has been carrying a weight, like this fiery weight on their shoulders. And that's what you're helping people to lose that weight, like through deep breathing. Through deep breathing. I saw this study online where this doctor was talking about weight loss through breathing techniques. And something where somebody is doing this, somebody is actually doing it. And this is going to expand because some people are carrying around a lot of fire on their back. Like they just on this, I wish a so-and-so would kind of energy. And you're like, hold on. They're not going to burn down everything that you've built because they can't control their anger and frustration or anxiety or whatever. But so something, as far as you're concerned, you're creating something right here, 8 times 2 for 2 energies. That's like, I need to get you in some lotus position. I need you some woosah, like these energies right here. This, see this right here, this you right here, and this two. You could be a man or woman, but you got these 2 energies on the side. Okay, I need y'all to come into closer to my auric layer. I need y'all to let me absorb that for you and tell you how to handle certain things. Because some energies, something about your energy is very, very magnetic, and it is very calming to some energies. But some energies are too on go. They too on green light. Here we have spend time with friends and also clear your energetic field. So I feel like you got your sage in hand. You're clearing the auric layers. You're trying to spend some time with friends. You kind of calm down, and there's a wide variety of friends. People got green hair, purple hair, yellow hair. Like that's how, like there's no respecter of person, like not judging anybody. Like you're just basically like, it's a lot you can handle emotionally. Like you're not phased by a whole lot. So if somebody telling you that you turn your back on them, they may not want to pounce on you when they say your back is turned, because yeah, because you know how to put your emotions behind lock and key real quick. See this right here? That's what a lot of people have in common. They'll put their emotions to the side real quick, keeping it high vibrational. That's what I have for you. So somebody has already won something. You've already won something in whether it's the spiritual court, but a light is shining on something. It's just how strong you are. Just how strong you are. And how powerful you are. Remember who you are. So you carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. So know yourself. Nothing will bring you down. Wild and wonderful. Why focus on limitations and realisms? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation or methods. Unexplainable or illogical magic happens every day. Time to act. You don't have to know everything in advance. Take the first step and watch it all unfold. You can deal with whatever path reveals. You are ready. Somebody already sees. Okay, let me just say this and we're going to close this out, Scorpios. Because as you're closing out one timeline, another one has already started for you. In terms of your expansion, somebody is entering into a world where this right here, somebody is opening up some kind of a center. something is going to take off fast for you. But this is the reason why there's somebody that's basically like trying to give off this energy, like, I got your back. But at the same time, their energy is watch your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, on one hand, I got your back. And on another hand, when you don't do what they want you to do, you need to watch your back. So you already tapped into that emotion, right? So source is saying, but guess what? You've risen above it and gone directly to source, because these energies saw you as a threat. This is what you're familiar with. People who see people as a threat. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, listen, I don't know who's tapped in, but for real, somebody need to get themselves around a Scorpio, a high vibrating Scorpio. It'll change your life in a good way. Somebody need to get around some high vibrating Scorpios. Why you think I keep plugging that they brilliant? I mean, for real, you need to get around some high. I mean, talking about low vibrating Scorpios. We're talking about high vibrating Scorpios. So to gain some wisdom, you're not treating people like they're your God, right? But you're going directly to source. They are an excellent resource when it comes to, I'm talking about high vibrating. Anybody that's tapped into their eighth house, anybody who has had to break a generational cycle chain and curse and had to endure people tossing them into a lion's den like they are a lamb, people who said they would have their back, but pounced on the first opportunity they could pounce on to put somebody in survival mode. It's a lot of people that share that same story. That's what I'm trying to help somebody see here. So something is going to take off for you, and some energies are trying to threaten to stand in the way. They say, well, I got your back with this, but as soon as you stand down in one area, energies are like, oh gosh, okay, we know they would be excellent at that because we've already talked to, we're familiar with some of the things that they want to do. When I say booked and busy and not burdened and bitter, and I'm talking about moving, like in terms of stuff moving, like I feel like there's a Scorpio that's coming in, high vibrating Scorpio is shaking a table. So a table is been shooketh. Woo child. So anyway, the spirit of love. And it's not even because you try. It's something that's how emotionally tapped in people are into what people need. Whoever this is, somebody shaking a table in the spiritual realm, and people are feeling some kind of way, like, okay, we can't let Scorpio come in. What is this? Where's the card? Where's the card? This is how close somebody is to opening up something. This is how close you are to opening up something, right? That you have been locked out of for a long time. It's like an industry that you have been locked out of for a long time, that traditionally some energies felt like, and I say traditionally, specifically use that word because the moon is in Capricorn and they're ruled by Saturn, which is a traditional outer planet. It's a generational planet. Traditionally, you wouldn't not have been accepted in a particular circle, but energy see it all over you, your emotional intelligence. They saw somebody as competition coming through the door. Matter of fact, they saw somebody competition coming out once they found out your birthday. They, oh gosh, okay, I had an encounter with a Scorpio that I was friends with, and oh God, all of this. I'm telling you, you're right here. That's why source is saying, make a decision. Stay around people who talk about people behind their back when they talk about expansion, or you expand yourself, because you're right here at a door and you hold the key. You're not asking for people's permission, because you got somebody has way too much knowledge and wisdom on emotional intelligence and how to calm people down. Somebody has when I talk about expansion, somebody's money. And you're not afraid to do the footwork. You're not afraid to go door to door or have other people go door to door. You know how to tell which people to go where, here, there, and there. You're familiar with this, and this. You're telling people you need to go knock on this door, this door, this door, this door. I know these people, this people, this people. They will be ones that are going to join this meditation center or whatever. Here we are. We got this going on, that going on. We got somebody is. I'm about to listen. Somebody is tapped into something that people are already nervous about. Same thing. People that, I mean, I see you saging. Somebody already in meetings right now, talking to friends. Who can we pull together for some resources? That's what I have for you, Scorpio. So congratulations to somebody who is expanding, but something is all too familiar with people. That's why you're not afraid, because this is somebody's calling on their life. This is somebody's north node. This is somebody's north node. Somebody is tapped into something. This is your north node. Somebody knows how to reach out to people via telepathy. I mean, the gifts that I'm seeing here in the cards is just divine flow. Yep. So, something about eating pineapples and like fresh fruits and helping people to transform from like into a butterfly. Yeah, something very colorful. Something about like the like color psychology or something about as far as somebody's decorations and stuff go is going to help people to just see their transformation. So like it would be like somebody painting butterflies, like their life cycle up on a wall, like basically telling people this is you went from here to here to here to here, and now I'm seeing you fly. When I first met you, you were this way, and now I'm seeing you this. I've seen you transform. Right. So eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the divine flow at all costs. Somebody is really, really tapped in, really, really tapped in. Right. So, and if somebody is a prayer warrior, so you're praying for whoever source puts on your heart, that's what you're praying for. So that's what I have for you. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Scorpios. But yeah, somebody saw you and thought, oh, okay, you reminded them of all somebody heard was Scorpio. That's why I do, specifically focus on the high side of Scorpios, like light people who are on high vibrational Scorpios and their brilliance, their emotional intelligence and their brilliance, and start not focusing necessarily on the low end of a Scorpio, like the low side of a Scorpio. People have had their interactions. You've had interactions, Scorpios, with a low vibrating Scorpios, people who just, you know, cause you to have a tower moment in the wrong direction. But that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.